नमस्कार बच्चों, वेलकम टू द स्टेट काउंसिल ऑफ एजुकेशनल रिसर्च एंड ट्रेनिंग बिहार पटना. Welcome to your English class for class 11th. And in this English class, let me first of all warn you, this English class is not going to be about any famous story. No, it is not even going to be about any funny lesson. No, neither the fun nor the fame. ना ही कोई famous story है, nor this English class is going to have very adventurous spirit for you. No, this is also not about any adventure. किसी बहुत बड़ी यात्रा पे जा रहे हैं. Are we going for a very exciting journey? No, this is also not about that. This English class is just about a very serious note of lesson. And yes, this lesson which we often ignore. बिल्कुल एक ऐसा lesson, such a thing that we do see around us, but we do not mind taking care of it. हम इस पर ध्यान नहीं देते हैं. We do not pay attention to it. So what exactly is this lesson? So before I exactly come to the point, I just want you to note what is your daily routine. Yes, you heard me right. This is just one question from me. What is exactly your daily routine? What do you do? You wake up early, you brush your teeth, you bathe yourself. You might be taking 1 or 2 hours for your studies, right? 1 or 2 hours for your studies, or after having breakfast, you must be coming to your school. In your school, you spend whole day reading different books, studying different subjects, having lunch, playing with your friends, then you walk back to your home, then again there is a daily routine. You might be having some tiffins, some snacks, watching some TV, watching some game shows, playing with your friends, again having some study time, and again you must be going back to bed. Am I right? Is my guess right? Most of you must be having some little bit this kind of routine. Do you have that or not? Even though you may not have the exact routine, you may have some alterations, some changes might be there. Again, I am sure more or less, ज़्यादा या कम, कमो बेश थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर करके, this must be your routine. Getting up early, getting up ready, getting to study and getting to play, getting to having fun around, getting lunch, breakfast, dinner, and finally spending the day. Yes, this is what we usually do. But before I take you again to the lesson, I just want you to observe the picture coming on your slide, coming on the show, and just think about what could be the exact daily routine of these children. Yes, you heard me right. Can you see and observe this picture? We have been talking about our daily routine. We have been talking about our daily routine. But what might be the routine of these children? Yes, there are 2 children helping each other for work, right? The one is helping the girl to load the bricks. The other child is the rag picker. Rag picker, कूड़ा बेचने वाला, कूड़ा चुनने वाला. ये लोग कूड़ा चुनते हैं, they pick the rags and then they sell it at a very cheap cost. बहुत सस्ते में उसको बेच देते हैं. The third picture which you might be seeing is the picture of an iron smith or a smithy. एक लोहार की दुकान है where these children are helping the main worker to do something. And yes, there is another girl who is trying to get some grass in her basket. So जिसको हम लोग बिल्कुल अपनी भाषा में कहते हैं घास गढ़नी, तो बिल्कुल घास गढ़नी है, तो ये भी एक बच्ची है. So aren't they children? क्या ये तुम्हारी तरह बच्चे नहीं हैं? Yes or no? They are children. So what could possibly be their routine? So getting up early, yes, even though you have to go for work or you have to come for school, or you have to get up early for your exams, or you have to get up early for studies, or even if you want to have practice for badminton, for cricket, then also you need to get up early. For music practice, for sports practice, one thing is common, either for work or for study or for games practice or for music practice. The one thing for sure, you need to get up early. So one thing is common between your and their routine, that just like you, they must be also getting up early, because this is a very common thing. If you want to do well in your studies, you need to get up early and study. If you want to do well as a sports person, then also you need to get up early and go for practice in the fields. If you want to be fit and smart, then also you need to get up early and go for jogging, yoga exercise and other things. If you want to be a good singer or a good musician, then also you need to get up early for your music practice. Similarly, if you want to do good at your workplace, you want to be an early bird. कहते हैं ना, there is a proverb, early bird catches the worm. Early bird, जो चिड़िया सुबह उठती है उसे क्या मिलता है? Gets her food early. Worm, चिड़िया क्या खाती है? WORM, worm, छोटे छोटे कीड़े. So all those worms who are still drowsy after the whole night, so those worms, they are best caught by the birds which get up early. जो सुबह चिड़िया उठती है, they get the plenty. उन्हें बहुत सारी चीज़ें मिलती हैं. So these children also, just like you, must be getting up early. But what after that? Do they get enough time to brush their teeth? Do they get enough time to clean themselves? Do they get enough time to dress themselves? Do they get time to play around? क्या खेलने का समय मिलता है? खाने का समय मिलता है? Do they get proper breakfast, lunch and dinner, just like your routine is there? And do they enjoy their life? Many times you must be enjoying your life with your friends in your school. But what about these children? As one child is struggling to load heavy bricks at the top of the building, भारी ईंटें उठा के रखनी है. She needs to cut lot of grass before she could reach the market. बाजार पहुंचने से पहले उसे ढेर सारी घास इकट्ठी करनी है, so that she could earn a while. As a child, he needs to carry heavy bag of plastics, and also he need to find all those plastic bottles or plastic waste from the garbage, from the dumpster, कूड़ेदान, smelling garbage, महकते हुए कूड़े कचड़े से. He needs to find them, then pack them in a bag, and then finally he has to sell it. Isn't it a tough job? It's a very tough job. And what about the child who are continuously working in front of the hot kiln, hot furnace, hot fire? बिल्कुल तेज गर्मी में, whether it is summer, afternoon, winter, कुछ भी हो, even if it is the morning time, afternoon time, whether it is the summer season or the winter season, they continuously need to work just in front of the hot temperature, blazing temperature. बिल्कुल इंटेंस टेम्परेचर, ब्लेजिंग टेम्परेचर, इतनी गर्म टेम्परेचर में उनको काम करना पड़ता है. डू यू थिंक इट इज़ अ प्लीजेंट साइट? इट इज़ अ प्लीजेंट एक्सपीरियंस? देखने में अच्छा लगता है, काम करने में मज़ा आता है. हाउ डू यू फील व्हेन जस्ट 1 or 2 फैंस इन योर क्लासरूम डू नॉट वर्क? अपनी क्लास में 1-2 पंखा न चले तो कैसा लगता है? डू यू एन्जॉय योर स्टडीज़? नो, यू डोंट एन्जॉय. बट जस्ट थिंक अबाउट दीज चिल्ड्रन. Can they keep on complaining? आप लोग तो complain कर देते हो, मैम this is too hot, we don't want to study, how can we study in such heat, right? You keep on complaining, we haven't taken breakfast today, we haven't taken lunch today, I don't want to study, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. My mother asked me to go to the market and get some vegetables. Then I had to come back to the school. So I am so tired, ma'am. I cannot study. You keep on complaining. हम शिकायत करते हैं. But do you think these children even have the space for complaints? ये शिकायत कर सकते हैं? And whom would they complain? किसको शिकायत करेंगे ये? They need to work for their survival. If they want to survive, if they want to have 2 meals a day, 2 वक्त का खाना, then they need to work hard without complaining about their situation, about their experience. बिना शिकायत किए हुए they need to keep on working. So that's how the life is for them. That's how not just 1 day or 2 days, that's how the daily life is for them. Daily routine. This is their daily routine. Every day they get up early and they keep battling, they keep fighting with the tough situations of life. जिंदगी के tough situations से they keep on fighting, and that too without complaining, बिना शिकायत किए. So, this is your English class. Are we going just to feel them? Are we going just to realize them? Because this is true, we may not be able to do anything for them. हम उनके लिए कुछ न कर सके. But just observing them, just observing the way they battle, they face the hardships of life. Hardships, कठिनाइयाँ. They face the hardships of life. This is just a story. This is just a picture worth inspiration for us. This is a picture which must inspire us. I hope you understand. Inspire. I-N-S-P-I-R-E. I-N-S-P-I-R-E. Inspire. प्रेरणा देना चाहिए कि हम छोटी छोटी तकलीफों पे we start complaining with very small difficulties of life. And what about them? They have to face, they have to have a daily life just based on nothing else but hardships, hard facts of life. So they have to sail their hard ships. एक बहुत कठिन जहाज को उन्हें लेकर चलना है. They have to sail hard ships, yet cannot complain, and they do not complain. ना वो complain कर सकते हैं, and that's why they do not complain. And this is not just the story of our country. ये सिर्फ हमारे देश की कहानी नहीं है. That because of poverty, because the families are poor, the parents are poor, they send their children to such jobs. ऐसे ऐसे कामों में बच्चों को वो लगाते हैं. Not because just in our country families are poor. सिर्फ हमारे देश में परिवार गरीब नहीं है. In every country, and long back, the countries which today we know as the very developed and rich country. अगर मैं कहूँ, give me the name of 10 countries which are very rich and developed. तो सबसे पहले नाम क्या लेना शुरू करोगे? England, America, France, Germany, right? Yes, indeed, they are very rich and developed country. But they were not always like this. हमेशा से वो वैसे नहीं थे. They were very poor country and struggling country. And because they were also struggling, so that's why many families in these countries and many children of these countries were also struggling. So today's lesson is just about those children. But these children always remind us that wherever they are, whether it is India or England, whether it is America or Japan, wherever there is a poor family and a child working out to help his family, so they are always the best inspiration for us. The way they carry on their life, the way they battle, they face, वो face करते हैं, सामना करते हैं of the hardships of life, that should be the true story for us. यही हमारे लिए एक सच्ची कहानी होनी चाहिए. And this story is there for you, not in the form of a story, but in the form of a poem. And the poem, if you have your books and you have just observed the poems which you have to read, you must have pretty much guessed. Guess किया, सोचा, which poem this exactly could be, which is dealing with the hardships of the child. एक बच्चे की मुसीबतों से, एक बच्चे के मुश्किलों से जिस पोएम में बताया गया है, the poem which is dealing with the hardships of the child. Yes, that poem is The Chimney Sweeper. Can I write this poem? Right. The poem is The Chimney sweeper. So children, if you have your books with you, you can simply open it and open the poem. You will find The Chimney Sweeper, written by the poem William Blake. Let me read this poem for you. Yes, I hope you all have your books with you. So I am pretty much sure that now you have understood why I had given you just the feel, ek ehsaas. Because what is poetry? Is the poetry just about facts of life? Facts were there in front of you in the form of pictures. ये जो भी picture आपके सामने थे, they have given you the idea of the facts. Fact तो पता चल गया. You got to know, you realized that yes, not all children are lucky in this world. Not all children are fortunate in this world. Should I write this word for you? The word is fortunate. Fortunate, that means lucky. Lucky कहते हैं ना, अरे, oh friend, you are so lucky. तुम कितने किस्मत वाले हो, आप कितने भाग्यशाली हैं. Yes, we are lucky that we have got some privilege in life. We have got some pleasant experience in life. कुछ खुशी के पल हैं हमारे पास. We have the happy memory. We have a normal life. We have a normal childhood. एक normal हमारा बचपन है in which we do the things which a child should do. एक बच्चे को जो करना चाहिए. बच्चे को क्या करना चाहिए? उठना है, खाना है, खेलना है, पढ़ना है और सोना है. Right? So the child should have all the moments of pleasures, fun and easy-going life. Fun, food, easy-going life is the right of the child. Right मतलब क्या? सही. R-I-G-H-T, right. If I write the word R-I-G-H-T. So yes, the word is right. Right means usually हम कहते हैं ना सही. I am right and I am right with my right. Right means मेरा अधिकार. So what is the right of a child? The right of a child is that he should have good food, good shelter, good sleep, love and care. So this is the right of the child. ये उसका अधिकार है. So the very word right has two meanings. One is that yes, I am right because this is my right. My right, मेरा अधिकार. So this word exactly what we call homonym. Homonym means same word, same spelling, same pronunciation. Still, the word can have two different meanings in two different contexts. अलग-अलग संदर्भों में अलग-अलग meaning होते हैं. So, right, I am right. और if I say this is my right, that means ये मेरा अधिकार है. Same word, same spelling, same pronunciation, and the word is called homonym. Homo means same, nym means name. Homonym, same naam, same spelling, same pronunciation, but different meanings. So yes, this poem is all about the rights of the child and how the childhood, this innocent childhood, innocent means masoom, innocent childhood suffers because many times the country as a nation, we cannot provide the child which he or she should have. Now, I just want you to realize this thing with another picture. So, just observe this picture. What do you see? See the irony. Can you see the question mark below the picture? What do you see? A girl selling national flag. So, she is a proud Indian. But what exactly nation means to her? क्या मतलब है उसके लिए देश का, देश की सुविधाओं का, देश की तरक्की का? Does she have any idea where is India? Which country does she live in? What country has to do for her? She has no idea. What is her right? उसका अधिकार क्या है? What are her obligations? why she is suffering in a nation like this and is still selling the national flag. वो फिर भी राष्ट्रीय झंडा बेच रही है जबकि उसको कुछ पता नहीं what is this all about, ये क्यों है, क्या मतलब है इन चीज़ों का. She doesn't know. And this is how the nation suffers. If the child of the nation suffers, then the nation has to suffer. So that's why nation tries its best. In our constitution, हमारे संविधान में, we have made the rights of the child. Your education, free and compulsory education, जो तुम्हें मुफ्त शिक्षा मिलनी है. You get your uniform from the school. Till class 8, you were also getting your midday meal from the school. You were getting your textbook from the school. You were also receiving scholarships from your school. Why do you think you get that? Because nation wants all children, all Indian children to have good education, to have good food, to have good clothes. Yes, that's the duty of the nation. But however, not all children are so lucky. सभी बच्चे इतने lucky नहीं होते हैं. All children are not so lucky to have all those things. Still, the story continues. They are also Indian children. They may not be that much fortunate. They may not be that much lucky. But it is our responsibility that we must respect them. We must respect their hardship. And this story is not just the story of poor India or developing India. This story once had been the story of all the nations of the country. Even the rich countries like England, America also had their share of child labor, जिसको हम कहते हैं बाल मजदूरी. बाल मजदूरी is a punishable offense today in India. Still, we can see many children engaged in it. आज भी हम बहुत से बच्चों को उसमें engaged देखते हैं. Whether it is the शिव काशी crackers factory, पटाखा factory जो शिव काशी में है, many children are also engaged there. Nevertheless, we are trying as a society, as a nation, we must be mindful of all this. हमें इन चीज़ों का ध्यान रखना है that no innocence should get lost. As the way England fought for it, we also have to fight for it. कोई भी innocence, किसी की भी मासूमियत खत्म ना हो. Let each child could be saved from being the chimney sweeper. हर बच्चा बच सके और हर बच्चे को हम बचा सके कि कहीं ना कहीं शायद किसी को घसगढ़नी ना बनना पड़े, शायद किसी को लोहार की कारखाने में काम ना करना पड़े, शायद किसी को कूड़ा ना बिनना पड़े. Maybe I could save one child from being the rag picker or any other kind of child labor, even as the domestic servant. घरों में जो घरेलू नौकरों की तरह काम करते हैं, if possible, I could save them, and even though I could not save them, at least I should respect them and I should be mindful of this. So this is why, this is the essence of the poem Chimney Sweeper. Sweeper, the one who sweeps. So before we move ahead, let's read the poem first. The Chimney Sweeper. Can you see the image of the factory over there? और factory से वो बड़ी वाली जो pipe निकल रही है. Can you see the tubular structure? This tubular structure has been marked as chimney. So if you have ever visited a factory, अगर तुम कभी भी किसी कारखाने में घूमने गए हो, you must have seen these structures. Many times when we travel on train, then also we see some factories having these structure and smoke is coming out. वहाँ से धुआं आता है. This is what we call chimney. So chimney sweeper. Long back in England, when there were not so many machines, the chimney needed to be cleaned. इस चिमनी को क्या होना था? साफ होना था. So to clean these chimneys, because they are so slender, ट्यूब जैसा स्ट्रक्चर होता है, अब इसमें कोई बड़ा आदमी तो अंदर जा नहीं सकता, and they did not have any good machines for cleaning it. अब उसको मशीन से साफ करने लायक उनके पास मशीन भी नहीं थी, and a big person, an adult man, could not enter into these chimneys. So they used to have little young children. छोटे छोटे बच्चों को they used to employ. वो उसको काम पे लगाते थे, and these children used to climb and these children used to climb inside the chimney. और वो चिमनी के अंदर से आगे बढ़ते थे, and while climbing up and coming down they used to clean the chimney. उन्हें कपड़े दिए जाते थे, ब्रश दिए जाते थे और पूरे धुएं को वो चिमनी से आते जाते साफ करते थे. So this poem is just about such a child labor, the chimney sweeper. Now just read this poem and try to have the feel for it. When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me while yet my tongue could scarcely cry, weep, 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 so your chimneys I sweep, and in soot I sleep. Could you see what kind of children generally get engaged to these things? किस तरह के बच्चे engage होते हैं? They are usually orphan, अनाथ होते हैं, O-R-P-H-A-N, orphan. So they are usually orphan. They may not have parents, and even though many times if they do have parents, अगर उनके माता पिता होते भी हैं, they are so poor that they cannot feed their child. वो अपने बच्चों को नहीं खिला पाते. They cannot feed their children. So even though if it is one child, अगर एक भी बच्चा है, they would send this child, वो उस बच्चे को भेज देंगे for some work, जहाँ वो बच्चा काम कर सके. So what about this child of this poem? इस poem का जो बच्चा है, उसकी कहानी क्या है? What is his story? He was very young. He was very young, maybe 3 to 4 years or 4 to 5 years old. So 5 to 6 years old, even the child is very young. 5 से 6 साल का बच्चा maximum होगा. That when his mother died, when my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me. And my father, he did not care for me, and he sold me, while yet my tongue could scarcely cry. मुझे किस समय बेचा गया? When my father exactly sold me out? When scarcely, scarcely means मुश्किल से. You have your book, you can simply underline this word and write the meaning मुश्किल से. When my tongue, जब मेरी जुबान से मुश्किल से एक चिल्लाने की आवाज़ भी आती थी. You know when we are so much scared, जब हम बहुत डरे हुए होते हैं, then we can even, बहुत मुश्किल से आवाज़ आती है. We cannot even cry for help. So I was so young. That means 3 to 4 years maximum the age would have been, and this child's mother was dead, and his father sold him out when he could scarcely cry, weep, 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 row, chillao. You have to protest, you have to fight back. But this child could not fight back, this child could not cry. So your chimneys I sweep. Just because I could not fight back, just because I could not cry out loud, मैं रो भी नहीं सकता था, मैं चिल्ला भी नहीं सकता था. So what I had to do? I had to sweep your chimneys. मुझे क्या करना पड़ा? I had to sweep your chimneys. Your chimneys means the chimneys of the town, the chimneys of the cities, the industries of the nation, the industries of the society. इस समाज के कारखानों, देश के कारखानों की चिमनियाँ मैंने साफ की, and in soot I sleep. Could you see the feeling of the child? When scarcely I could cry, when even I could not protest. Protest means संघर्ष करना. P-R-O-T-E-S-T. Protest means संघर्ष करना. And what is the protest of a child? He keeps on crying. चिल्लाते हो ना तुम लोग, रोने लगते हो. कभी कभी मम्मी पापा जब बात नहीं सुनते हैं तो क्या करते हो? You keep on crying, you keep on shouting. But he was so young that even he could not cry. He could not cry, and his father sold him out. So he had no other option. If he had to survive, what he had to do? He had to keep on cleaning the chimneys. And whose chimneys are they? ये किसकी chimneys हैं? These are the chimneys of the society, the nation, the big people, the big human world. ये हमारी chimneys हैं. The chimneys, the industries of the nation, the society. So here is a child who is just telling his story that what he had to do just in order to live. जीने के लिए उसको क्या करना था? He had to be nothing else but the chimney sweeper, because he could not cry out. Let's see what happened next. there is little Tom Darkray. Now who is this Tom Darkray? This Tom Darkray might be any other boy just with him. कोई और दोस्त, क्योंकि वो अकेला तो नहीं था. He was not the only one. There was, if I say, forge of such children. There was an army, there was a big group of such children who were engaged, जिनको लगाया गया था in the job of cleaning the chimneys. So, in the big group, there was one another child and his name was Tom Darkray. There is little Tom Darkray who cried when his head, that curled like a lamb's back, was shaved, so I said. So, this little child was crying. He cried. Why he cried? Because his head had to be shaved. Why his head had to be shaved? I will come to you later. उसे अपने पूरे सर को छिलवाना था. Hush, Tom, never mind it. For when your head's bare, you know that the suit cannot spoil your white hair. Hush, Tom. Hush. What did he do? He tried to console his friend, his little friend, who was new to the business, जो नया इस business में आया था. Can you imagine what kind of pleasure or what kind of pain it is if I ask you, shave your head? You take immense joy in your hair, ठीक है? बाल अच्छे लगते हैं ना? Immediately कोई कहता है, you have to clean your head. You have to clean shave your head. सर मुंडवाना है, बाल पूरे खत्म करने हैं. So you feel so sad. And this was just a young child whose head had to be shaven up. उसके सर को बिल्कुल बालों से खत्म करना था. No hair could have been there. Why? What was the necessity? ज़रूरत क्या थी? Because they were in the job of cleaning the chimneys which were full of soot, बिल्कुल कालिक से भरी हुई. So can you imagine, even though when we have to clean our rooms from the cobwebs, मकड़े का जाला. So what do we do first? First of all, we try to tie a cloth on our head so that our hair should not get dirty. हमारे बाल गंदे ना हो जाएं, right? The dust should not enter there. And imagine children who have to continuously move up and down to clean the chimneys which is full of soot, S-O-O-T, soot. Soot means कालिक से भरा हुआ है. कालिक से भरा हुआ है, dust से भरा हुआ है, and they have to keep cleaning that. So can they do with their hair on their head? No. बालों को तो साफ करना ही होगा. So before these boys were employed to the chimneys, these boys had to get their heads shaven off. उन्हें अपने बाल साफ कराने होते थे. So their heads had to be shaven off. So this child who was new to the business, he started crying. वो रोने लगा. तो उस बच्चे ने उसको क्या समझाया? Hush, Tom. Can you clean this chimney with your hair, with your beautiful white hair, yellow hair? Because this child is from England. और इंग्लैंड के बच्चों के बालों का कलर, it's not black like ours. It's just like yellowish or creamish. बाल उनके हल्के येलो कलर के होते हैं, creamish होते हैं, reddish brown होते हैं. Anyway, whatever may be the color, the head would get spoiled, the head will get dirty, the hair cannot be cleaned after it. उतनी गंदी कालिक से बाल को साफ नहीं किया जा सकता है. So that's why, what does he say? Hush, Tom. Can we see the poem now? Hush, Tom. Never mind it. बुरा मत मानो. When your head's bare, bare means खाली. When your head's bare, you know that the soot cannot spoil your white hair. तब ये कालिक तुम्हारे सफ़ेद बालों को खराब नहीं कर पाएगी. And so he was quiet, and that very night. So he was quiet. ऐसा समझाने पर the little Tom Darkray simply became quiet. वो शांत हो गया. And that very night, as Tom was sleeping, he had such a sight. By mistake on your slide, there has been written as Tom was sleeping. Do not mind it. A will not be there. You can have a look in your books. So he was quiet, and that very night, as Tom was sleeping, he had such a sight. शांत होकर, मन मारकर जब उसने अपने सरों को साफ कर लिया, then they as he was sleeping he had such a sight. उसके सपने में एक ऐसा नज़ारा आया that thousands of sweepers, Dick, Joe, Ned and Jack, thousands of sweepers, he is not just alone, thousands and thousands of them across the England, some Dick, some Joe, some Ned, some Jack, किसी का नाम शायद डिक था, कोई जो था, कोई नेड था, कोई जैक था, were all of them locked up in coffins of black. Each of the child was already dead in the coffins of black. That was the dream which Tom had after completely surrendering himself to the fate of life. जैसी ज़िंदगी की जैसी किस्मत थी, अपने आप को पूरी तरह से सरेंडर करने के बाद, the dream he had, in that dream he could not dream of anything, just that every child out of thousands and thousands of children, every Joe, every Nick, every Jack, every Ned, somewhere is dead under the coffin of black. And they are all lying peacefully in the coffins of black. So this is the life which they have, the life which has no life itself. ऐसी ज़िंदगी जहाँ कोई ज़िंदगी नहीं है. The life which is dead itself. वैसी ज़िंदगी जो खुद ही मर चुकी है. It's completely death. The life which is death itself. So what exactly was the dream? He had completely surrendered himself to the life which was nothing but the death itself. एक ऐसी ज़िंदगी जो खुद अपने आप में मौत थी. So who was the chimney sweeper? What kind of life did he have? The life which was death itself. It was the life given to the thousands of Tom, Dick, Ned, Jack, because the industries had to survive, the chimneys had to be cleaned, the poor families could not feed their children, and thousands of children were sold, were pushed, were killed just in the name of life, just in the name of money, just as the chimney sweeper. So can we just read all these three stanzas once again with the feel what the child wants to tell us in his story? The chimney sweeper. When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me while yet my tongue could scarcely cry, weep, 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 so your chimneys I sweep, and in soot I sleep. When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me while yet my tongue could scarcely cry, weep, 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 so your chimneys I sweep, and in soot I sleep. There's little Tom Dacre, who cried when his head, that curled like a lamb's back, was shaved, and so I said, Hush, Tom, never mind it, for when your head's bare, you know that the soot cannot spoil your white hair. So, this is my story. When my mother died, I was so young that I could not even cry, I could not even shout, so I had the fate of being the chimney sweeper. I clean the chimneys, and deep in soot I sleep. I live just like that. And I was not the only one. There was also one little Tom who was crying when his head was going to be shaved off. Then I convinced him, I consoled him that hush Tom, never mind it. When your head's bare, you know that the soot cannot spoil your white hair. And so he was quiet, and that very night. So he completely surrendered. He completely silenced his protest. उसने अपनी आवाज़ बंद कर दी, रोना चीखना बंद कर दिया. As Tom was sleeping, और जब वो सो रहा था, he had such a sight that thousands of sweepers, Dick, Joe, Ned and Jack, were all of them locked up in coffins of black. Then thousands of sweepers. I was not just the only one, and Tom Dacre also realized that he was not the only one. Thousands and thousands of children like us, some Dick, some Joe, some Ned, some Jack. So many Tom, Dick, Ned, Jacks were all sleeping, were all having a life closed in the coffins of black. और कैसी ज़िंदगी थी? Coffins यानी कब्र में जाने के पहले जिस बक्से में सुलाया जाता है उसको हम क्या कहते हैं? कफन्स. सो वी ऑल वर क्लोज्ड अप इन द लाइफ विच वॉज क्लोज्ड इन द कॉफिन्स ऑफ ब्लैक. एक ऐसे काले कफन उड़ाकर जिसकी हमें ज़िंदगी की आदत हमें डाली जा रही थी, ऐसी ज़िंदगी में हमारी ज़िंदगी, हमारा बचपन कैद हो चुका था. सो आई वॉज नॉट द ओनली वन दैट आई वॉज सोल्ड. Tom Dakri was not the only one. While he was crying, there were thousands and thousands of chimney sweepers of England who were given a death sentence, एक मौत की सज़ा in the name of life, and their life was closed in the coffins of black. Black why? Because the chimneys, the soot, everywhere they could see, they could feel, everything was black for them. सब कुछ उनके लिए काला था. So this was the pitiful story, the heart-touching story of the chimney sweeper given to us by the poet William Blake. So children, this was the first part of the poem. Up to this much, I hope you realized, you must have realized the pain of the chimney sweeper, and that we will continue with the next part also. Till then, thank you.